Bana bange, mwije nambere ndikani mumpulirize. Obwire wange omunsi nibugenda nibuhwaye, kandi tinyine itungo n'obugayiga byokubagwetera. Kwihaho amasomo agali mu nganikyo ezatulekirwe abamagezi abatubandize omunsi. Leka mbatebeze ebiri kukwataho hali ndahura obundi ayayitwaga kyarubindi owokubanza omukama w'abachwezi. Obulemiibwe buno bukaba buli bw'amaani muno kyonka bugufu. Amaani n'okumanywa kw'abachwezi ancient times to many of the tribes that make up against Uganda nikitekereze wangu bataleme akasumi kakuru. In a short while their rise and decline obscured from us in that dark and mysterious hole of shadows between myth and recorded history. And that is the thing about myth and legend. Can one hope to hold its weight in her hands or trace out the edges of its shape in the sand? No. In guise of legend, truth and clarity dance around like dust in the wind, making fools of any that will seek to pin them down. But that is where we must begin nonetheless. In the midst of this uncertain dance, you see, Isimbo never did meet his son until after the founding of the Chwezi dynasty. Instead, the child who would be king was born into greater danger and raised a commoner in secrecy, separated from his birthright and the people who brought him into the world. But I'm getting ahead of myself. To tell the story well, we must first take a few steps back along the thread of time to the days before the Bachwezi, when the Tembuzi walked the earth and Isaza was king. The Tembuzi were the children of an earlier time, from before the waking world had fully wrestled control of reality from the hands of dreams. Even as the human race was still learning to stand on young and shaky legs, as far as the eye could see, this world was their domain, a land of peace, a land of plenty, in a time of the fantastical and the naive. To the people they ruled, the Tembuzi were the gods themselves, come down amongst their number. And with Omukama Isaza at their head, nothing, it seemed, was unknowable to them. In the farming of the earth, and in the ironworking technologies that shaped the edge, in the mastery of mysterious magics and their true love, the rearing of cattle, whatever they turned their attention to, not only prospered, it only grew more beautiful. But this is the curse of beautiful things. They demand to be seen, and every once in a while, those that have seen might find in their hearts a thirst to own.
In time, stories of the herdsman king spread far and wide, scarcely able to capture the reality of the truth they sought to embellish. They inspired awe and they peppered dreams with wonder. Soon they drenched the very ground upon which the people walked, seeping through soils too porous to contain them, into a land unknown to the sky, the stars, and the light they shone upon the earth. There, in the endless twilight under the world, Nyamiyonga had waged a war for what seemed like 1,000 years. Through 1,000 battles against the opposing forces of 1,000 rulers, he had molded a plane of chaos and disorder into a kingdom under one throne. Many had tried to resist, to retain their independence. None had prevailed. For what Nyamiyonga spared the energy to want, Nyamiyonga spared no cost to obtain. In the face of such determination as his, there was little response, for none could match the wit and the cunning of the enemy at their gates. And yet, the hunter is little without the hunt. And for this heart that was forged in a lifetime of struggle and war, winning had come with unexpected taxes. Gone was the thrill of a chase, replaced only by the boredom of daily government. The constant battles were at an end, his kingdom established. Still, Nyamiyonga itched for action, for a new challenge to sink his teeth into. A challenge just like the stories of Isaza's kingdom presented. a promise of a new opposition to square off against, for a foothold in the virgin landscape of the world above. And so it went. Nyamiyonga sought a way to bring Isaza under his power. Wishing to gauge the measure of the man, he sent messengers to greet the herdsman king. Outwardly, they bore fantastical gifts and offers of friendship, but secretly, with eyes sharp and ears tuned, they spied out our lands, looking for the cracks in our armor, those dangling loose ends that would unravel us where we stood. Not many could have predicted where they finally found them, least of all ourselves. Gods, they called us. Don't make me laugh. Maybe if we had eyes for more than our own beauty, ears for more than the stories of our own greatness, we might have seen the path that led away from our tears. Instead, like many a lofty thing, it took only the right question to bring us to our knees. 6 questions to be exact. And they came unassumingly enough, wrapped in the sweet words of a greeting.
Great King Isaza, our master Nyamiyonga, Lord of the world beyond, has heard of the splendor and riches of your great kingdom. He sends you the choicest gifts from his lands. Hidden within this message he knows you shall decipher without effort. For surely the tales of your great wisdom have gone before. First is the owner of the sleep that measures time. The second is that which falls short of the mark. Great King, do you know the rope that binds water? Or that which causes kings to turn? What has no understanding of the cares of this world? What is the door that shuts out sorrow? Answer us these questions, herdsman king, and you shall drink deep of the riches of our kingdom.
Now, to any other man, the strangeness of such an elaborate greeting might have caused alarm. To any other man, it might have caused, at the very least, pause for thought. But gods among men had yet to learn of the virtues of caution. Gods among men did not yet know that to be amongst men was to know weakness. Whatever was good under the sun, whatever was beautiful, there was no question in Isaza's mind that its destiny was in his ownership. And besides, had these questions not been posed in the full hearing of the entire royal court, would the king's servants be the audience for his first insufficiency? Unthinkable. What were a few riddles in the face of destiny anyway?